Hello chaps, and welcome to my build update number 2 for the Revell 1/48 scale Havilland Mosquito Mk.IV. This is the original 1966 tooling, so 52 years old. And if you followed my build update number 1, you'll see that it was limited in detail. So I did a lot of scratch building, scratch built all the wheel wells. They were just through holes in the wings. Scratch built a lot of the cockpit, scratch built bomb bay. And in this build update, we're looking at painting those interior parts that I scratch built, assembling the cockpit and putting it into the starboard fuselage off. So I did a little bit more scratch building. The plate beneath the flight engineer's seat there and that little first aid box was scratch built. I then cleaned all the parts down, got them on cocktail sticks, used isopropyl alcohol and got them ready for priming. Here's the black Steinores primer. And that's the interior parts, the wheel bays, the engine nacelles, radiator housings primed there. And that's the two fuselage halves primed around the cockpit area and the rear wheelways, the bays. I then used an RAF interior green, Model Masters, and airbrushed that over all those interior surfaces. Inside the wheel bays there, the nacelles, and around the edges where you'll see where the flaps go. And those flaps were scratch built, cut out from the solid. And that's inside the fuselage halves, the cockpit area and the wheel bay areas. I then moved on to doing some straps around the fuel tanks and oil tanks using wine bottle foil, cut and glued in place. Then painted the seats and scratch built seat belts, again using wine bottle foil and then painting them. And then I used a black felt tip pen to do the markings on those seat belts. And then detail painted the instrument panels, the consoles, throttle housing inside the door and the radio. They haven't been clear coated yet. That's the transmitter station behind the seats. A couple of aluminum racks that go into the bomb bay, and that's a little console on the starboard side panel next to the pilot. They're the 8 rockets that are going to go under the wings, painted. It's a close-up. And again, none of these have been clear coated and weathered. That's all the undercarriage assembly with the wheels, mud guards. All that was modified if you watched build update number 1. And they're the propeller parts, spinners, back plates, painted. Inside the machine gun bay there, the machine guns, and inside the machine bay covers, machine gun covers. Again, none of this is clear coated. They will be, and they will be weathered. They're the bombs, painted. And then assembled the fuel tanks into the bomb bay and those 2 aluminum racks. There's the scratch built fire extinguisher painted, and the little first aid box painted. I then wanted to do some flare racks, 2 racks with 2 flares. So I used some stretch sprue and a bit of half millimeter thick styrene card. Drilled holes through one, assembled that, and then painted the flares yellow and the racks green. Then I moved on to flat clear coat and everything that's going into the cockpit and inside the fuselage halves there. So that's red F. And did a flat coat inside the nose cone there. That's the front end of the fuselage cockpit assembly. Flat coated inside the exhaust covers, inside the door, the throttle housing, and that console that goes on the starboard side wall. I then moved on to assembling the cockpit, and there it is, all assembled, including the steering column. You can see the scratch built flares there, scratch built first aid box, scratch built fire extinguisher, scratch built seats, seat belts, radio. I have yeah, that's all clear coated, flat clear coat. And then if you look at the instrument panel, I also put a gloss clear coat in all the dials to give them a glass-like appearance. And when it comes to assembling this, I'll be putting in the throttle housing and the other consoles that I've scratch built onto the sidewalls. That'll be at the final assembly when the fuselage halves are in. But before I can completely assemble the fuselage halves, in the next update, build update number 3 from here on, I'm going to be assembling electrics into the wings because I want to illuminate with LED lights the navigation lights, the landing lights, and then drop some little motors into the nacelles to power the propellers. And here you're seeing the cockpit assembly in the starboard side half now. So the next update's going to be big, doing all the electrics, assembling the model, and then priming and pre-shading. So that's it. Stick around. I'm going to show you a quick 3-minute video of the model taped together, just dry fitted, so you can get an idea how it's looking now with the cockpit, wheel bays all painted. So we're back, guys, and here she is, just taped together to see what she looks like. Nothing's glued together. So there's the cockpit all in place except for the throttle lever assembler, the console that goes inside on the wall there near the flight engineer, and I haven't stuck the door in place, and I haven't put the machine gun bay covers in place. Well, that's what she's looking like. I don't know whether you can see through that cockpit bay door on the camera. And there's the bomb bay and the wheel wells all painted up. I'm going to gloss clear coat the wheel bays and the bomb bay, gloss coat inside the machine gun bay and weather that, and also inside the bomb bay doors and the wheel bay doors and the machine gun covers. Gloss clear coat them, weather them, and then finish coat them with a flat coat. And then I'll temporarily locate all those doors in place to shut it off before I prime and pre-shade. So that'll all be done for the next update, update number 3, along with doing all the wiring for the lights, navigation lights, landing lights, and the propellers, and then the rear light. And so next update, electrics, fitting motors to spin the props, all the lighting and wiring, and then getting her buttoned up for priming, buttoned up, primed, pre-shaded for painting. So that's it, guys. Thanks for following along. Thanks for all the comments you left on build update number 1. Much appreciated. And until the next update, it's now December 7th, and this group build for Tim's Brick 48 ends on the 15th, so there's only 1 week to go, and there's no chance I'm going to have this finished in the next week because the wife's off today. She's just gone out with her sister for an hour. That's why I'm grabbing the time. She's off today, Friday, and it's the weekend, so nothing's going to get done till Monday. And then that leaves me 5 days basically to wrap this up, and that's not going to happen, not with what I've got left to do. So sorry, Tim, mate, sorry I'm not going to have it wrapped up, but it's the wrong time of year, I think. A lot of activity, parties and Christmas shopping, etc., and the wife being at home on taking time off to do stuff she needs to get done for Christmas. But I'll continue with it. I'm not going to give up on it. I'll see her through to the end, but it's going to be late, mate. The next update, if I get it out before Christmas, that'll be great. If I don't, it'll be after Christmas. So if I don't see you guys before Christmas, I wish you all a very happy, healthy Christmas. Have a lot of fun with your family and friends. Don't drink and drive, and stay safe. So until the next update guys, Tally-ho, chocks away.